Yes, Arina, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. How are you, Arina? How are you doing?
I'm great, just a bit tired, but everything is fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm also doing fine. Thank you very much. So let's wait a few minutes. Just our viewers can receive a notification and will join us.
Sure.
And also, I want to say thank you to you for accepting the invitation and for devoting your time
Mhm.
to tell about this important topic. Oh, already our viewers
Thank
join us.
you.
Good
It's an honor,
evening.
it's an honor for me to be a guest.
Great. Good evening, dear friends. Thank you very much for joining us. Bishkek American Center is welcoming you in our USG Alumni Talks. And I'm super excited to introduce our guest speaker today, Arina Turgunbekova. So she's Flex Program alumna, FSNIP alumna, and also winner of the American Song Contest 2019. And today she will be talking about why an internship is important. So, dear friends, if you have any questions, you are welcome to ask them during the live presentation. So after that, Arina will answer them. So please type these questions in the comment section. So I think we can start, Arina.
Sure. So probably I will introduce myself briefly.
Mhm.
Hi guys, I'm Arina. I just recently graduated from the American University of Central Asia, which is AUCA, Alta. I studied in the Department of Liberal Arts and Science with the Human Rights concentration. So basically, I'm like a lawyer and a politician. So
Hmm.
yeah, interesting.
Great combination.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, I am a Flex alumni. I participated at the Flex program in 2015, 2016. And I started studying in AUCA after coming back to Kyrgyzstan in 2016. So that's why I recently graduated in 2020. During my studies, I did an internship. So here it says in this bio, FSNIP alumni. So basically, this is a program. It's a student internship program for students to get some work experience at the U.S. Embassy in
Mhm.
Kyrgyzstan. Yep. So I had a chance to to get that experience, which was very I don't know um, undescribable. I don't know. So basically, I applied. I saw the call for applications. I applied. So it took, I think it took 3 months to get there. And then I did my internship for 3 months. So the whole summer I worked as an intern. And then I received an offer I received an offer, I received a contract for the half a year to stay and work as a basically HR clerk, like administrative
Mhm.
clerk. Yeah, so I got basically a position there, part time.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And so I did my half a year. I worked there a half a year as administrative clerk, and then after finishing that, I got another offer, another contract to stay for half a year more. So I did receive that. So I actually finished my work with the embassy like last summer,
Mhm.
and then last summer, after I finished my work experience with the embassy, I applied to Ombudsman's Apparatus.
Mhm.
So I did my internship there because I like my concentration is human rights, so I needed it was like a requirement for me for my studies to complete the internship. So I did my internship during summer there, and then after that, as a Flex alumni, I applied to the flex exchanges to internships program. So
Mhm.
basically, as a flex alumna, I have an opportunity to apply for that program to get any work experience in any of the state bodies. So basically, it's like any ministry, any um, um, state agency. So I did my internship at the Ministry of Justice.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I worked there almost for half a year. So basically, I started in September, and I finished it in the end of the year. Yep.
Mhm.
And then after after getting done with that experience, I applied to the UN internship. So basically, internship at the United Nations here in Kyrgyzstan, and I got an offer from the PR and Communications Office, at the office of the resident coordinator. So basically, now I work, I intern there at the United Nations, and also recently, I also got a contract from the U.S. Embassy again. It's actually American consuls to moderate like such live meetings, but in Russian, in another page, also with some different guests, some successful actually people in from
Mhm.
Kyrgyzstan, also USG Alumni. So
Mhm.
that's
Wow.
pretty much it.
Wow, it's great experience, Arina. Thank you very much for sharing your success story. I think, but how do you find the time to do this all internships and so many? I
Mm.
mean, you have responsibilities, yes.
Hmm. Yeah, of course, it's very difficult. I had the time, like very rough times when I needed to like handle both job and also my studies. So basically, what I was lucky with is that in ACA we are able to create our own schedule. So
Mm-hmm.
like any schedule that is how to say comfortable for us. So I created my schedule. I just studied. I had classes only on like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So on Thursday and Friday, I did not have any classes. So I had a chance to actually get work experience and do my internships.
Mm-hmm. Great. So you mentioned that you was an intern at state agency,
Mhm.
Ministry of Justice. So as I know that actually, I mean, flex interns have to do some projects. I mean, within this, I mean, how to say internship program. So what did you implement it as an intern?
Yeah, so basically, it was not my first project. I have done some different projects, and most of my projects are actually aimed at gender equality and women empowerment. So, unfortunately, in Kyrgyzstan, we have this like not a very good thing, such as bride kidnapping. So since I did my internship at the Ministry of Justice, and bride kidnapping is actually criminalized in our country, so I wanted to like spread awareness about this issue about bride kidnapping and about the consequences of bride kidnapping and the responsibility for committing this crime. So we my colleague and I, we went to Sokoluk. There
Mm-hmm.
is like a college. So we did some workshops with the help of, with the support of some open fund.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, no, no. Open Society.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fund. So basically, they came and they did workshop. They told about everything about bride kidnapping, about the consequences. They raised like different issues, and I saw how students actually were actively engaged in that, and I saw their like interest in that topic. So I was glad to see that actually our youth is trying to kind of learn about new things, learn about how to say learn about not learn, but just to raise such kind of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also
Like raising
to
awareness about
yes,
this problem.
exactly, exactly. Um, and what else? So we did the workshop, and then we played Jeopardy game, which consisted of of the questions that we actually had during workshop. So they kind of had a chance to remember everything what was during these workshops. So that was my project.
Wow, it's a really cool project. Thank you very much for sharing this, Arina. And the next question, how Flex program did help you in your professional life?
Actually, a lot. And I see there is a question from the view from our guest. So I'll probably start from the beginning, like talking about Flex, and then I'll tell about the
Yes.
outcomes of Flex program. So basically, my advice for the future Flexers. So basically, it's not important to know English. So it's not the first thing that you need to know, like you need to do. It's not like top priority. So the first thing that you need to do is the self-education. You need to be well-rounded. Um, I believe that I got into Flex program just because I did a lot of things when I was studying in high school. So I was like in student parliament. I was doing debate. I was doing basketball. I also play violin and piano. And my English was not that great in comparison with like my current level, my current skill of language, English language. So actually, I heard of Flex from my friends, my classmates. So they actually invited me, encouraged me to apply. And I did not believe myself because I knew that my English was not that great. So I was like, okay, I'll just try. So I did give a try and I actually passed. Yeah, so it was like a miracle for me. And so the first stage is, I think everyone knows that the first stage is just basic test, like 10 questions, I think, as I remember. So I did that, and it was not that difficult with my basic English, because I had never learned English before Flex. So I learned actually language through songs. So I was just memorizing songs, singing, and everything. So that's how I got like actually basic level of English language. Yeah, and then the second stage was very difficult for me because I had to write like 3 essays in 35 minutes. So it was very challenging. And actually, the day before the second stage, I actually opened Google. So I Googled different questions. So I just searched for Flex questions, Flex essay questions, and etc. So there are a lot of actually examples in the internet. So I did that. I did search myself. I practiced for the whole day, and I understood that the important thing is not how you actually write that, is what you actually put in your essay. So in my essays, I did a lot of mistakes, I believe. But the only thing that helped me is that I tried to show myself in a good way, and I showed myself who I am actually. So I did say like what I do and etc. and how would I react to different situations, events, and etc. So my advice would be is just prepare yourself like emotionally, because whenever you get stressed, you forget everything. and and before applying for Flex, I think you need to be like more open-minded, more positive, like friendly, and do some different activities, like extracurricular activities, because that's how you actually make friends there in the States. It's not like here, it's not the same system as in Kyrgyzstan. So that would be my advice for the Flexers. And the outcomes of the Flex program is that this program actually gave me a lot of opportunities after all. So first of all, it's of course skills like English. I learned English, and I think the most important thing is I got in my second family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so I got new values. I learned about another culture. I um, I got different point of view, and it literally did change me. So I got more mature, which is really good. So I started thinking about my future, about my goals, and kind of I became even more open minded than
Mm-hmm.
before. So what else? And whenever actually I apply for different programs, when I say like I'm a Flex alumni, so people actually know that I do speak English like well, and then they know that like most of the Flexers, like Flex alumni, they have specific characteristics, and
Mm-hmm.
which actually I believe is great for any organization or company. And what else? And also, as a Flex alumni, we have different opportunities, such as, for instance, Flex exchanges to internships. We have different opportunities to apply for grants to implement our own projects, like social projects. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, I believe.
Yes, it's a really great experience. Thank you very much, Arina, for sharing your personal experience and for your great recommendations for future applicants. Thank you very much. So, the next question for you, can you tell more about your experience from the American Song Contest, please?
Okay, sure. So basically, last year I applied for the American Song Contest. It's a competition that I think it actually runs annually, but it was not like annually it went only among high schools.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time when it was like among students, it was last year for the first time. So I did apply and I got in, and I think there were three stages. So the
Mm-hmm.
first stage was, I don't remember what was the first stage, but the second stage is when we actually went to at the Turk Alato University, and we had auditions, like live auditions. So
Mm-hmm.
I did sing, and then I got. Oh, I remember. So they choose three people from one university, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I among three, we went to the second stage, and then to the finals only. Oh, no. To the finals, actually, three students from one university could get. So yeah, and then so we competed among other universities, and I mean, I did not win as the first runner, but I got second place, which is also great. Like I am proud of myself. I because I was like very excited because I got like certificate. I got to meet new people. I got to meet different singers from the other universities. So that was a really great experience.
Mm, great. Which song did you sing?
Oh, yeah. So at the second stage, I sang "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, and the second song was "Man's World" by Christina Aguilera. And at the finals, I sang Christina Aguilera again.
Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite singer, Arina?
Uh, well, it depends on my mood, but of course, it's Whitney Houston. She's
Mm-hmm.
like a queen.
Mm-hmm.
She inspired me to start singing, so that's why I admire her singing. And unfortunately, I cannot attend her concert anymore, so I got very upset when I heard the news. But anyway, I'm very thankful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Thank you very much, Arina. So maybe coming back to previous questions regarding the Flex program. Did you learn English by yourself? You mentioned that you learned English through lyrics of any songs.
Yeah.
Did you
Mhm.
learn English by yourself? I mean, or did you attend any courses?
Oh, okay. So basically, my basic level, basic knowledge of English, I got myself. I was just learning songs, like lyrics, and then I also did watch some movies, even though I did not understand, but I tried. um, why is it why everyone actually advises like to watch movies, to like learn songs and etc., to sing those songs, is because it's not because you actually like learn how to speak. It's you learn how to actually pronounce the words correctly. Because well, so the funny story, it's like flashback to 2015. So when I went to the United States, my American family, so they basically, I did not know the difference between V and W. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew, but I did not know the difference in pronouncing these
Mm-hmm.
two letters. So I was saying like video, I was saying video. So
Mm-hmm.
the this like v and w sounds. So they started laughing so hard when I said video, and I was like, "What's the problem?" Like, so I'm like, I mean, you understand me. And then they were like, so my actually host mom, my American mom, she explained me what's the difference, and
Mm-hmm.
that was a like life lesson, lifelong lesson. And then what else? Actually, before applying for Flex, I also applied to AUCA because I was graduating that year from my high school in
Mm-hmm.
Kyrgyzstan. So I got in both AUCA and Flex. But before applying to AUCA, I went to the first stage. I got like very low score. So there was a passing score like 580, and I got like 535, and I got so upset. And so I actually attended a month. I had like a teacher. So I went there. I learned some grammar with her for a month, and I got like 635 by the end. But actually, what I tell to like young people who actually text me like and like direct message me. So what I say is like I do not hide that. In when you apply to AUCA, you have four chances. For instance, if you did not pass like one of the courses, one of the exams at the first stage, you can go to the second, and then if you don't, you go to third one. So I could not pass English test for three times. And actually, I got into university only at the fourth time with 635. So that's why I would advise here from here, like, do not give up. Just take any opportunities and chances. Like, do whatever you can.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you very much, Arina. So we received one more question from our audience. Can you sing the chorus, please? I like practicing songs with my students, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh. um, so is she asking me to sing? Is it fine?
Yes, we we had the speakers that yes they performed a song. I
Okay.
mean,
Oh, okay, okay.
it's
So you
okay.
have already people singing here live. Um, well, okay. What song?
Any song, maybe
Any
your
song?
favorite one.
My favorite one. Okay, let's do probably "If I Ain't Got You" by Alicia Keys. So
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite songs. Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for their power. Yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within, and there before. But that's life's upward so full at the superficial. That's it. That was the
Oh,
chorus.
it was really great. Thank you very much, Arina. You have beautiful voice. Yes, it's
Thank
really. Thank you very much. We have a couple questions to be asked. So, how to find the good internship programs? Was it difficult to be accepted to U.S. Embassy?
Uh-huh. Okay. Um, Here, like, I would advise, for instance, like, it's not only about internships, it's also about different programs, like scholarship programs, like exchange programs. So basically, there are different websites. Actually, like, if you Google them, you will find different like sources. For instance, one of them is like grantees.com. You can just go there, and there are different opportunities in like worldwide, whatever you wish, like any conference, any internship, any like bachelor's degree programs, and any like master's scholarships. So I actually like to like sit there and scroll, like look for opportunities. And how I found the internship at the U.S. Embassy is that in AUCA we have like student emails. So
Mm-hmm.
we received an email from our one of the offices in AUCA with this opportunity, like call for applications, like a FSNIP program, and etc. So I just decided, like, why not? If at least I speak English. And so yeah, and then so since I studied human rights, there was an office department that looked for an intern, which was like narcotic international narcotics and law enforcement. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I decided to apply there because it was a match to my like
Human rights.
yeah, to my human rights department.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I applied, and unfortunately, I did not receive an invitation from there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but because um, but because HR always, like, it's human resources office, they always attend the interviews with the students, with the interns. So basically, HR office, they liked me, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
they called me and they offered me to also interview for their office because they needed one more additional intern. So I decided. So basically, how it went, it's a funny story. So they called me. They were like, "Are you interested in HR, like an internship in HR?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, why not?" So they were like, "Okay, we'll keep you updated." So, and then I did not know what HR is. So, and I just said, like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And then after actually ending that call, I just started googling, like, what HR is.
You were
And I
researching.
found yeah, yeah, exactly. And I found out that it was human resources, and I was like, what am I going to do in human resources office, like, with my human rights degree? so, actually, and I got in. I had very successful interview, and like, my advice here, my recommendation during interviews is to be yourself, to be also open-minded, like to be not funny, but like positive, like with a positive energy, like, and etc. So basically, we got along with my boss, and he was like, did you live in the States, like, because you don't have any accent? I was like, wow, what a what a compliment, thank you so much. Yes, I did live in Texas. It was like, I knew that was Western accent. So yeah, that's how we got along with each other, and I'm actually very glad that I got in HR, because by working in HR, I got a chance to meet a lot of people, because all of the employers, they actually come to HR with the different, like, I don't know, like, not tasks, but
Request. Request.
requests. Yeah, requests, exactly. So that's why I'm very thankful, and I had very great colleagues. And actually, like, the whole staff of the embassy is actually very welcoming, very friendly. And what I learned from there is, actually, like after my internship and work at the embassy, I chose my future path,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
career path. I liked the diplomatic service. I liked like foreign affairs. So in the future, I want to actually work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Kyrgyz Republic. So yeah, that was also like life turning point for me, because before that experience, I actually did not know what I want to do in my life. So anything in your life that happens, actually it happens for a reason. So
Yes, it's
I'm glad
excellent.
for that opportunity. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, Arina. So we have one more question for you. Any challenges now with an internship work? Many
Mhm.
organizations switch to online programs and cannot organize public events. So, what is your role and main responsibilities now at UN?
Okay, yeah. So basically, at the United Nations, I work at the PR and communications office.
Mm-hmm.
So this is mostly about working with social media, about editing some videos, pictures, and finding some content, like I don't know, like reading news and etc. So just be aware of everything what's going on in the world. And also, I mean, I received some different tasks, and actually before the quarantine, I could do my job actually remotely.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like, work did not change at all. So because I used to work at home, and now I work at home, at like, I still continue working at home. So it did not change for me. But I believe for most of the students who wants to like find some jobs and different opportunities now, it's very challenging. I totally understand, but I would advise, instead of like wasting time on, like, I don't know, even though you cannot find any job, you could do some different online courses free, because there are right now like different online courses, for instance, like Coursera and etc. So I think like self-education, self-development is, like, quarantine actually like gave us a really great opportunity for our self-development and self-education time. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, cool. Thank you very much, Arina. So, the next question for you: how do you feel yourself as a moderator or MC? I mean, in live sessions. Is
Yeah.
it difficult for you?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, so now I'm, as a contractor, I work with the US Embassy. I also do live sessions. I feel fine, because I used to be MC in my university, so any event I would be there like hosting
Mm-hmm.
events. But for me, like, live sessions would be a new actually platform, because all of the events I did in person, in public, like with the microphone on the stage. So for me, that would be like more comfortable, I would say, because I sing, and I kind of, I was raised on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and so for me, that was a new experience. So I had 2 meetings so far, and with that experience, I get a chance to meet actually very successful people. I learn from them a lot, and I would encourage actually people to watch such kind of live sessions, because you will get like, you will get something, at least like anything that would be like, I don't know, important for you or needed. So yeah.
Yeah, it's great experience. I agree with
Great.
you. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Marina.
how do you feel about your experience, right?
Yes, you're right. So the next question for you: what is your plans for future?
Mhm. For future, so since I graduated, I received my bachelor's degree. I am planning to pursue my master's.
Mm-hmm.
I applied. I applied to do two different programs in Europe. So I don't want to say for now like what kind of programs, because I'm still waiting for the answer, for the reply from them. But as soon as I receive, I will just post on my Facebook page like, hey guys. Yeah, I got an opportunity. I got an offer. So, yep.
Great.
But yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna pursue my master's in political science. That's for
mhm,
sure. As I mentioned before, I want to work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and um, because I position myself as a patriot, I want to contribute in the development of my country, and I think one of the opportunities would be to work at the state bodies.
mhm. Great. Good luck with everything, Arina.
Yeah,
Yes, it's really excellent goals that you're
thank you.
pursuing. Thank you very much. The next question for you. We know that you were the part of the Snowboard Youth Project at the UCA. And what is the impact of this project to you? And how it happens that you decided to join this project?
What project?
Snowboard.
Oh, Snovodvo. Oh, okay. I did not expect to receive that question. So, yeah, actually, I don't know. I always was kind of close to, how to say, like art, because I used to sing, I used to act. So when I came to AUCA, I met Adilet and Suleiman,
Mm-hmm.
and they offered me like, do you want to like work, not work, but just help us with some shootings and etc., like join us. And so I decided like, why not? It doesn't take a lot of time, and also it's like, for me it was I don't know, it's just enjoyable time. So that's how I joined Snovodvoye. And the funny part is that like young children, like maybe 10, 11, 12 years old, they actually were fans of Snovodvoye. And whenever I was like walking on the street, they would come up to me and be like, oh, that's you, right? You were in the video. I was like, yeah, oh yeah. So I always get lost whenever people like ask me about like being there, but I'm very glad that I made contribution. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you very much, Arina. So tomorrow at 7 p.m., Bishkek American Center will host a live meeting with Galen Lee. She's American violinist, singer, and disability rights activist. So we hope that you will join this session, Arina, because you
Oh,
love music very much. And also, I want to like make this brief announcement for all our audience. Please join tomorrow. This will be very interesting and very awesome live meeting. So thank you very much, everyone, and we are so grateful, Arina, for you that you spent time today with us and shared your wonderful experience here with our audience. And thank you very much. And also, I want to say thank you to our viewers for your active participation. You always like asking questions and leaving comments, and it help us, yes, to do this live sessions. Thank you very much, everyone. It's time to say goodbye because we have at 6 Makerspace Bishkek session. So, bye, everyone. Thank you very much. Anna.
thank you. Thank you for invitation. Bye guys. Good luck.
Bye. Good luck with everything, Arina.